Why have you flight sim on another computer? Mostly because convenience, and because I have like two 6TB hard drives in there, which has all the ortho scenery on it, and it's just easier to keep that in a separate machine. And also, as you know, with flight sim, if you change something, it can break the sim. So it's better to have it in an environment that is not changing, like my gaming rig tends to keep changing. You know, with drivers and updates and all games being installed and uninstalled. And, like, I try to run that as minimal as I can. It has basically like X-Plane on it, DCS, Discord, and then anything else is basically flight sim related, and that's the only thing it has on it. Like, there's nothing else on there. Because I don't want to install something that's just going to break the flight sim in some way. Because they are just pretty unstable, to be fair. Let me guess, lane merge coming up. What? Oh, I just went to the wrong lane. What a scumbag. I was right, there's a lane merge coming up. But... oh, what a mess. What a mess. Roadworks in the left lane. Didn't see any sign about it. I like that. I hit one car, then hit another. Whoa, sign is in the middle of the road. Oh, that was a good one. Yep, roadworks in the late evening. Overrunning roadworks. The 9 PPL exams multiple choice. Yes, they are multiple choice, and they're all online now, I think. You can't do them... I don't think you can do them paper anymore. I think you have to take them with the online tool. And some of them require you to, you know, have a map with you, and, well, they'll give you a map, and you draw on a map and work out routes and stuff. So they're not just all sit there and tick boxes. Like, there are times when you have to properly, like, calculate things and draw things out. An international crash for tax evasion? Is that even a thing? You pass your theory test for what, TG Fen? Oh, we said intentional, not international. Right. I totally misread that. We've been doing a video on the new DLC for Train Sim World. I have no plans to at the moment. Do you think the next map DLC will expand? Oh, where do you think the next map DLC will expand in ETS2? I think there's so many borders on the current world, they could go pretty much anywhere, couldn't they? If I had to guess, then I'd probably say on the eastern border. Nothing to see here. Did you hear Nvidia is going to be compatible with adaptive sync FreeSync? Is it really, Mickey? I did not hear that, bro. So does that mean they're ditching their G-Sync in favour of that, or they're just going to make it work with both? That's actually very, very interesting. Is that going to be a driver update, or is it just like the cards themselves that will be compatible with FreeSync? It's a planned driver update. That's really interesting, isn't it? Because if you've got an NVIDIA card now, you've now got the choice of, do I want a FreeSync monitor or do I want a G-Sync monitor? And it'll work on both. What does that mean for, AMD cards? Are they allowed to put G-Sync on there? No, they don't. They just open it for everyone. Validated monitors will have it on by default. Non-validated, not. Huh? I'm confused. Yeah, but Floating Fat Man, if you think about it, right, NVIDIA now has an advantage, doesn't it? Because its cards will work on either monitor. But an AMD card will only work on FreeSync. You see? That's a commercial advantage for NVIDIA. So are they going to give G-Sync to everybody else? Yeah, but Vrome FreeSync is like an open standard. So there is that. They're trying to hold on to G-Sync. They've tested 12 monitors and labeled them compatible. They tested 400 monitors and it only worked on 12. What? Well, Geek, I hope you've got one of those 12. Crikey. It works on all of them, just some of them are not the best experience. Well, that's not what was just said. Tested on 400 monitors, worked on 12. Linus Tech Tips covered that claim. NVIDIA just outright lied. Does anybody here work for Yorkshire Tea? I don't think so. Do you think SES Software will ever add an entire new truck company to ETS2? As I understand it, all the truck companies and trucks they have in their game are licensed by the truck manufacturer. So to add another truck company to ETS2 would mean that they need to go and get a licensed agreement to put that company and their trucks into the game. So, yes, it could happen, but which truck manufacturer do you think they would have? Ford showed interest. Well, if they can get a license off Ford... You passed your car theory test, gotcha. Congrats. Got plenty of fuel, we're fine. Gear stick has unnatural ergonomics. How are you supposed to hold it? It's styled exactly like a real truck shifter. And you're not really meant to hold it. You're meant to grab hold of it, which is like pretty meaty, change, let go of it. I find it quite ergonomic myself. Most truck manufacturers actually want people to pay them for using their copyrighted trademarks. That's the problem. Whereas SCS basically want it for free. That's where the stumbling block lies. They go and talk to their merch departments or the licensing departments and say, we want to use your company's brand and put your trucks in the game. And they say, great, sounds good. How much are you going to pay us? And SCS goes, nothing? Like, what? We're not used to hearing that. We're used to hearing from people that want to pay us loads of money. And that's where the problems begin. Blimey, it takes a while. What's it doing? It is free advertising now, Phillips, but this is the problem, is the truck manufacturers, the licensing departments, are simply not used to the concept of giving away their license for free. They're not used to it. So they then have to convince them that if they put it in the game, then it's free advertising for them, and then maybe the younger people play the game, want to become a truck driver, they grow up the brand, and they think, oh, I want to drive one of those trucks. Well, that's like a 10-year investment or something. And that's what they have to do, convince these companies that if you let us use it for free, it'll be good for you in the long run. It takes years. Mr. John Squad, if you want to watch my VODs, go over to SquirrelPlus. They consider it using the brand for promoting the game, so expect a payment. They're used to being approached by people that want to take their logo and put it on t-shirts, or, you know, put it in anything where they're going to pay. That's what they're used to. Licensing departments are exactly that. Departments designed to sell their brand, license it out, get money for it. That's what they're used to. To give it away for free means they have to be convinced that they're going to get something back that isn't money. It took years for Mercedes to get into the game. Yeah, you know why, Thomas? Because they couldn't find anybody at Mercedes to talk to. They couldn't find the right person. And it was a chance encounter with Pavel, who just happened to go to an event where there was this guy who just happened to be like a contact for them, and then they got it sorted out very quickly. But until then, every time they tried to contact Mercedes, they couldn't get through to somebody to get a license in place. It wasn't that Mercedes didn't want to do it, it's just that they couldn't get the right person. Which is quite often half the battle, finding the right person to talk to at a company. Well, yeah, Mercedes is a pretty big company. And truck companies are generally not that interested in little, you know, like truck sim games. It's just not on their radar of things to be bothered about. Mr. Cat Strider, 54. 54. Thank you very much, Cat. Hope you're well, sir. I hope I'm putting your baby to sleep. Even though it's probably late afternoon for you. So, let me ask you guys a question. What games are you looking forward to in 2019? Since I got asked that earlier, what games are you looking forward to? Cyberpunk. That looks like a good game. Dead Stick Flight Sim. Definitely. Division 2? Might give it a go. Metro Exodus. Is that the next one in the Metro series, which I haven't played? I'd love to play through that, but I haven't. iRacing Rain implementation. When have they said that's coming? Is that before or after the new damage model? Fortnite Season 8. Okay. Skull and Bones. Yeah, that's of interest to me, Skull and Bones. Forza Motorsport 8 if it comes out. The Last of Us 2. Oh, is that coming out this year? Civ 6 expansion might be okay for a while. Satisfactory, yeah, I've seen that. I'm in their Discord. I'm not sure how far progressed that game is. Resident Evil 2 Remake out on the 22nd. Skip that. Train Simulator 2020. Escape from Tarkov. I think they've still got to sort out the netcode problems, haven't they? Tarkov. That's the biggest criticism. Martin McCar's going to come out of early access this year. Well, we know what's going to happen afterwards. My winter car. Trucker Guy, I don't think that's ever been announced, does it? Red Dead on PC? Or did I miss something? Forklift Simulator's coming out of early access. Rusty, how exciting do you think that game's going to be? Pick something up, move it over here. Pick another one up, move it over there. Pick that up and move that over there. How, like literally, how long can you play that game before you realise that it's basically just move stuff? I'm not sure that's going to work for me. Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC is not announced so far. I didn't think it was. Yeah, I remember Rome. Do you remember I played that on YouTube a while back? Years ago? And then they brought like a weird like a Halloween version or something? Zombie version? That Zombie Fork Sim. Like, what on earth? It could be funny. You're still checking out Rusty? That's all Consim is. Yeah, but Consim's a bit different. Jack. Sometimes you fill a hole. Sometimes you move some stuff. You've got to drive different places and load with different vehicles. You construct with different vehicles. There's loads of different vehicles. A forklift simulator, you're going to be in a forklift. You might be in a different model of a forklift, with slightly bigger forks and a more powerful engine, but you're going to be in a forklift. That's going to happen. You're not going to suddenly find yourself in a tower crane, or in a digger, or rolling some soil. You're going to be, or pouring concrete, you're going to be in a forklift. There is a bit of a difference between that and consim. It's like, pick stuff up, move it, pick some more. How does that work? Hey, it might be a red one or a blue one, I'll give you that. With a DLC, you might get a green one. I just think the concept is flawed straight away. I'm not a real-life truck driver now. Andy Jr. 23 months, close to 2 years. Thanks for the content. Thanks, Andy. Oh, street sweepers then. Dying Light 2 is coming this year. I remember playing Dying Light. I can't remember exactly how much I enjoyed it or not. Unlikely now, Alan. If I was like 20 or something, I may do. 1974 Connor, 33 months. Happy anniversary to me. 33 months of great content. You surprised there isn't a local delivery driver sim out there driving FedEx UPS trucks? I guess that would work as long as the scale of the like if you had a 1-to-1 scale city maybe, then it might work. Dying Light's gameplay was great, story was rubbish. Integrate ETS2 into Fork Sim. Yeah, but are you going to be the driver or the loader? Like, now you're blurring the boundaries. Mr. Soundwave, when does the DLC for Subnautica come out? Is it meant to be 2019? And are they going to do what they did with Subnautica, where they release it, you know, as they're building it? Or is it, you know, where they did a piece of the story, release it, change the game? Are they going to, like, do it that way? Or is it going to be a case of, we're going to build this thing and then just release it? Early access expected early 2019. Oh, okay, so it sounds like, yeah, they're going to build it out like they did. So is it actually coming as a separate game, like somebody said, or DLC then? Can they even release DLC as early access? Is that even a thing? It's a separate game. Right, so it is a separate game. I think that's because you can't do DLC as early access. I think you can only do a game as early access on Steam. Or Subnautica. It's a pretty good game. I really enjoyed it. Very atmospheric, great story arc. Super game. Really enjoyable. Guitar Wes, do you mean a Boeing FMC or do you mean an Airbus MCDU? There are tutorials online, but the best thing to do is just learn piece by piece, really. No, Blizzard, no way. VR Subnautica, I reckon, would make you feel queasy. A GT Omega chair is there, geek. A company called Edge contacted me in the UK. They're making this chair here, called the GX1, I think it is. And it's, you know, built by a guy who spent like 20 years in the designing posture stuff, like furniture for good posture, and he's one of those people that studies the human body and its, what do they call it, ergonomics and stuff. Anyway, they built this chair and said, we think that you'll be blown away. We'll send it to you, you can try it out, blah blah blah, make a video. I said, alright, I'll try it. And here I am, sat in it. So I'm still going to make a video giving you my thoughts. It's not perfect, and it is like 800 euros for this chair, so it's not cheap.
Oh, yeah.
It's good, but I don't like the armrests on it. They're too like wonky for me. They're not as good as a GT Omega armrest. Like for 800 euros, I told them, I said, for 800 euros you expect perfection. I said, and these armrests are not perfection. There are, L. Phillips, this is going to sound really ridiculous. There are aspects of this chair that I prefer, and there are aspects of the Omega that I prefer. So yet again, you can't have the perfect chair. Pooty! 1,000 bits, long time viewer, but I'm behind. Did you move? No? Lived at the same house for many years. I didn't move, Pooty, I just rolled up the green screen. Oh yeah, they're adjustable, but here's the problem, Beaker. Can't really show you this, can I? So, if you go up and down with the armrest, yeah, up and down, fine. Pull a lever, lift it up, let go of the lever, locks in place. Brilliant. If you want to slide the arm forward, you can do it. It goes forward, it goes backwards. It goes forward, it goes backwards. If you want to go side to side, left, right, no problem. You want to twist it, turn left, turn right, no problem. The problem is, none of that is lockable on this chair. But on the Omega, you have to physically press something before you turn it, or move it forward or sideways, and it locks. And that's the difference, because if you play like a first-person shooter and you rest your arm on the armrest like I do, you don't want an armrest that suddenly moves. You want it to lock in position. And that's what I don't like. And I told them that. Well, let me tell you what Edge say, Nightwish. The reason that Edge say their chair is better is because they say, and they have got a point here, most gaming chairs are designed like racing chairs, right? And the whole point of a racing chair is to hold you in position so that you don't move, because it's designed to go in a race car where you're experiencing G-forces, and it's designed to not let you move. And they say that that's really bad for you. Like, you need to be able to move. So this chair, like, you can wiggle it, like, the base of it kind of is mobile, so you can keep yourself moving. You can put it into an active mode, so that this thing will just follow you. If you lean back, it'll tip and move. So you can keep yourself moving, so you're not sat in one place. That's what they say. There's good and bad in it, you know? Like, I understand where they're coming from. Like, a bucket seat is not the best idea, because if you sit in it and don't move, it's not good for you. It's not good for your circulation, it's not good for your muscles. But then it kind of depends of, you know, well, how often do you get up and move around anyway? Some people may get up, some people may not. But they say that, you know, racing chairs like the Omega and various other manufacturers are designed to look good. Designed to look like racing seats, really cool. They go for the kind of visual aspects rather than the comfort aspects. And to an extent, they've got on point. Mr. Jappimon, I'm late again, but the perfect girl is already 1 day and 7 hours old. And the next Sunday Night Trucking, we're going to watch together, so you have a new follower. Register a Twitch account now. Jappimon, congratulations on becoming a dad again. Is it again? Can't remember. Congrats anyway. And, oh, we can't go that way. We look forward to seeing her on Sunday Night Trucking. To be honest, you're disabled, moving around isn't a thing, looking to get a gaming show and you value my opinion. Yeah, I'd say the GT Omega has some benefits in terms of it, like, well, the Master XL is quite a big chair and I'm a big guy, I'm 6'3", so they're quite wide and big. I will say about the Omega is the base has become less and less comfortable. I've had it like over 18 months and it has become less comfortable, but I sit in it an awful lot. So I probably just need a new base, but the rest of it is fine. And ultimately, I need to say all this in the video, like if I was to spend my money, would I spend 300 and something euros on a GT Omega or 800 on one of these? Well, I would only spend 800 if everything was perfect, and it's not, so I'm not sure I would. But I'm going to have to say that in the video. However, it does have some really good benefits, like the way that it adjusts. It's got fantastic lumbar support. Like the lumbar adjustment is just brilliant. Like it fits into the small of your back. It pulls around the sides here, but it lets your shoulders move. The headrest, when you actually get it working, is awesome. Like it's shaped so that it takes your head and it just like sculpts around the back of your head. So they've got all of that really well nailed. The actual leather they use on the seat is soft. It's really nice. Really nice leather. So there's things about it that are just great. But it ain't perfect. When's the video? I need to make it next few weeks. Oh, hey. Oh, did you not see me there? Am I invisible? Reminds me of that quote. Am I invisible? Oh, we're having another go. 2 bites of the cherry. Alrighty then. Fair enough. I guess you've got right away. It's just the AI derping again. It had to happen. I think the AI had been far too well behaved tonight for the first half of Sunday Night Trucking. Far too well behaved. It had to end. Is it online or offline? Lul. That could easily have been MP. Looking hard with someone who clearly has, yeah. I mean, the guy's very experienced at what he does. He's an expert in his field and all that. But I think And here's the thing, like some other people who use this chair love it, but they don't use the armrest. They don't need the armrest. They don't like armrests, so they're perfectly happy with the chair. But me, because I rely on my armrests, I notice this now. I notice that it's not as good. If I could take the armrests off that Omega and put it onto this chair, I'd have almost the perfect chair. The boom overlay is a bit buggy. It shows the game for a split second, then switches to the intro, then back to the game. Oh, I didn't notice that. Has it always done that? Well, I've not done anything on the boom side of things. Oh, excuse me. Gotta love the AI. You missed my bits, by the way. Oh, yeah. So if you combine the elements from both chairs, you would have the perfect chair, or somewhat close. Exactly. Exactly that. If I could take the armrests and probably the caster wheels off that and put it on this, that would be as close as you can get to having a brilliant, brilliant chair. You noticed some months ago but forgot to report it. A bomb heater? What? You want to put a heating element in your shower? Oh my god, what, just for winter? Lemon sauce. 31 hours on the ferry. Imagine that on winter mornings. My car has heated seats. I've got to admit, I don't think I'd ever spend the money as an... Like, if I was buying a brand new car, I don't think I'd ever pay for heated seats, because I can't... Like, they're expensive, isn't it? It's an expensive option. But having a car with it, man, you sit in there and it's like, it's so cold. Let me put my heated seat on. By the time you've driven a mile down the road, you're like, It's really nice. Presume we're going this way. You have them on company vans? Blimey. What? Solid cones of doom? Uh-oh, just remembered. Or left hand. Don't you dare pull out on me. Oh my god. There's going to be a Greek tragedy here in a minute. Uh-oh, we're going that way. Snow? In Cyprus? Your mum escape has heated seats for the winter and cool seats for summer. Yeah, mine don't cool, they just heat. There's snow in Egypt. Really? Wow. No, I'm not, Kilmansky. I'm on the other side of the road. That kid Chris Gaming, thanks for 16 months. vented seats and they're pretty amazing, but don't use them compared to the heated seat. Yeah, because if you're in a car and it's too hot, you put the aircon on. You don't sit there and put the cool seats on, really. Well, I don't know, Vrom. If you put the aircon on, you quickly come down in temperature. You don't really stick to the seat. I don't, anyway. If I'm really hot, then I would. But if I cool down, I don't. What you need, Vrom, you need to get some of the, you need to get some of those beaded seats. They're all the rage in the 80s. Not only do they keep you cool, they help to massage you as well. And they look great in Lexus. Like they were made for a Lexus. Your company car doesn't even have AC, so during summer 2018. Oof. Nasty. Oh, I remember vinyl seat speaker. Oh, they were nasty. You're better off with fabric than those things. Black vinyl seats on a hot day that's been sat in the car park baking in the sun. That's what you want. Get 3rd-degree burns even with a t-shirt on. You're getting flashbacks of your childhood? Yeah, when you try to get out the seat, it's like... you peel yourself away. Chris, that's some lane drop-off, that is. Like a roller coaster. It's like something Skyline... If you make a lane drop-off in Skylines, it does exactly that. It's like 30-40 degree drop. This is the last delivery, Mr. Noodles. Car do you drive? An ML350. A leather sofa. I've got a leather sofa. Bull leather it is. It's very tough. Starting to show signs of its age now. But then I have had it for... probably about 11 years, I think. Yeah, it costs more, Heyman, but it doesn't half take a battering. You've got a dog jumping up and down on there all day long. kids bouncing on it, you know. Food being spilt. The whole family shooting match. Bull leather's pretty good. Like a glove. Will we make leather a leather? Level 98? I think we will. There it is, level 98 legend. Oh yeah. We made it to leather 98. Are your kids all... Are your kids all put of home, or is that confidential? Put of home? They all live here, if that's what you mean. Right. That's the end of the first Sunday Night Trucking for 2019. That skin by the Master Paulie is available in the Steam Workshop if you want to try it. This is Squirrel's just brought in a cup of tea. She's about to say bye. The third hand waveth you off. So yeah, you can get that skin. It's for the MAN TGA by Madster. And the skin's on Paulie's Workshop. I shall be back on Thursday. I think we've got a normal schedule coming this week. Yeah, I think I have. So I'll be back on Thursday for some fun. Thank you for joining me. Hope you had fun. And hope you all have a terrific week. And I'm going to sort these lights out this week. I'm going to try anyway. If I get time, I might even paint that wall. We'll see. Trouble is, to get the soundboard's going to take a while. It's like 2 weeks to get some more. Yeah, Geek, it's unusual having you around for the full stream, bro. You like it brown? Well, it's not staying brown. It won't be farm sim, Mr. Big Time. I'm going to try and either do some racing or some flying next week. Right, I'm going to be out of here now. So have a great week, and I'll see you all in just a few days' time. And maybe, if the weather holds, I can pass my night rating this week, but I'm not holding my breath. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.